Okay, so really quickly, um, every corporation, every organization has a mission statement, and they also have a CEO that is the one that drives the directives and appoints executives and leaders of the different departments to head that department and to find alignment between all the different business processes. Okay, that's just like any company or any organization. And so, I'm writing about the New World Order and the Georgia Guidestones and all of that. And what I failed to, which I now did actually, is to point out, well, if you're going to have a company like the New World Order, where you have the two executives, the Catholic Church and the Freemasons, who are also working together, you have to have some kind of cohesive alignment between the two factions that has a common purpose. And the World Economic Forum, which back in 1973 was devised through the Davos Manifesto that guided the ethics and morals of corporations, world economy. Okay. And it came from, it derived from higher education. The person who heads the World Economic Forum, his name is, was it Klaus Schwab? He's a professor. And there is an actual mission statement that then when you look at the mission statement, so I posted in my body of my Facebook page, the World Economic Forum, the Davos Manifesto, Klaus Schwab. If there was an actual CEO of the New World Order, it would be Klaus Schwab. And he's out of Switzerland. He's German born. Okay. And then you look at what's going on with the Georgia Guidestones. You're looking at what's going on with biotech, with Bill Gates, and then all the reasons why these CEOs are stepping down. This is what I wrote that is just so kind of crazy. Hold on. Okay. So if the New World Order had a CEO, Professor Klaus Schwab, head of the World Economic Forum, could fit that position very well. His manifesto, the new Davos Manifesto, from the original, his vision, or the new, from the original one devised in 1973, outlines exactly his vision for the world through his company, the World Economic Forum. So what is his directives? The World Economic Forum is releasing a new Davos Manifesto. This is his quotes, which states that companies pay their fair share of taxes, show zero tolerance for corruption, uphold human rights through their global supply chains, and advocate for a competitive level playing field. So this is what I wrote, because it's going to have to come from somewhere, and society is going to have to change. His vision on the surface is dynamic, ambitious, with noble intentions to rid the world of corruption, intolerance, and self-serving behaviors. The notion of leveling the playing field is a breath of fresh air to those who have trouble competing with other people who are stronger and more talented than them. Taking the competition out of the equation of productivity could elicit a friendlier workforce, working together, not against each other. To promote an egalitarian society such as what he's envisioning, there must be changes to the overall infrastructure of the world and a change in the human population. To roll out something as aggressive as this in a world full of high-flying Darwinian capitalists will take a concerted effort and the buy-in of the architects of our society and the people. Those who are deemed weaker will feel an enormous relief from not having to compete. But here's the thing. For you to create an egalitarian society such as what he is promoting, you can't give everybody equal resources if they're not contributing something to the system. So guess where the COVID-19, the mass therapeutics, the mRNA is coming in. It is going to level the playing field to take out those that will not be able to compete. Because what did he say in his actual quote? The World Economic Forum is releasing a new Davos Manifesto, which states that companies pay their fair share of taxes, show zero tolerance for corruption, uphold human rights throughout their global supply chains, and advocate for a competitive level playing field. Competitive level playing field. Competitive level. What does that mean? So they still want you to do your best, but you have to be doing your best. You have to be able to contribute to our society. And yes, it's going to level the playing field for, yes, you're going to have a friendlier workforce because you're not going to be pitted against each other. I mean, I've been in companies where, yes, the district manager would pit all the agents against each other to elicit a very competitive reaction, of which then more productivity and more money. And then, yes, that's how greed and corruption happen, because people are just going after the almighty dollar with no regard to the people around them or what they're doing to their underlings. So it's a great concept. I can't argue with that. But to get there, a lot of people are going to have to be sacrificed. And if you are not up to, and that's why you're seeing the people who are dealing with their elders not taking to the COVID as well as the therapeutics, guess this is going to be a organized decline. And that's where the Georgia Guidestones, because you read the Georgia Guidestones, maintain humanity under 500 million. The only way to have an egalitarian society where you have a competitive level playing field is if you lessen the number of people in the population. Okay, so that's exactly how I'm going to introduce the New World Order. It's going to be the World Economic Forum as the figurehead, and then you have the Freemasons and the Catholic Church as the executives rolling everything out, and then you have all the petty, the petty laws and the useless officials right underneath that, of which they'll be then eradicated down the road because there won't be as many people for them to go and try to manage and direct. So this is coming together, and I'm seeing it for what it is, and hopefully you are too. So, you better do the jilly juice to prove that you are going to be worth the new world. And if you give up because you don't want to do the jilly juice because it's too hard, it's too much, and you think that your activism is going to stop Mr. Klaus Schwab from no, he already has the buy-in from the Pope. If you go to my Facebook and you see there's an actual letter the Pope wrote by saying, thank you for inviting me to the World Economic Forum. And then, you have all the Freemasons. Okay, they're all buying into this. And then you see the Democrat Republicans, everybody in Congress, they're all working together. Come on, you can't not know that now. It should be pretty obvious. Our government is working together. They're not playing this part anymore of like, oh, you're a Democrat, oh, you're a Republican. No. They're going to make Trump out to be some kind of Haman, or that's biblical, but out to be some kind of enemy. But no, really, he played a part. He ferreted out all the extremists. He got everybody out there in rallies exposed to the COVID. So when the mass therapeutics come out, everyone's a sitting freaking duck. And that's how they're going to level the playing field. Okay, so beautiful words have a place, but there's also a deeper thing going on. That for you to get to that beautiful place, you're going to have to do the jilly juice. Release the excess. Exactly what Klaus Schwab and the New World Order is doing is releasing the excess. It's so strategic. I see the strategy. You know why I see the strategy? Because I'm strategic. My jilly juice is a strategy. So I recognize strategy in the World Economic Forum and the New World Order, the Freemasons and the Catholic Church. Nothing wrong with any of them. But here's the thing. If you fall into the category of someone who is weak, someone who cannot really produce, you're going to be washed away with the chaff. You're going to be like in the waterfalls in the jilly juice. And so, yeah, that's why jilly juice is very, very strategic for those that can handle it and are strong enough to handle that biotransformation, because it is a biotransformation. And it's not one that's very easy. So the ones that are on my jilly juice are the ones that are probably going to survive all this and be part of Klaus Schwab's vision. So you're getting all the information right now. What you do with it will be up to you. But I'm telling you, if you're thinking that your activism and all of your little keyboard warrior stuff and you're not doing jilly juice is going to help you, it ain't, because you're a sitting duck. I don't care who you are. If you're not doing jilly juice, either the virus and all the different variants are going to get you, or the therapeutics and those that are shedding. And you can't live in a bubble. You can't wear a mask forever. I mean, you can try, but I'm telling you, there's no freaking way to escape what's coming. So you better do the dilly juice, and you better tell your friends and family about it, and you better be an example, because that's our only hope. Or else, yeah, they're not going to survive the new world. And I'm telling you, Switzerland, it doesn't surprise me that Switzerland, the neutral country, is supported this guy. He's from Germany. I mean, yeah, okay, that we're seeing kind of like the eugenics thing, right? History does repeat itself, but we're not in a macrocosmic war where you're having concentration camps. Now you're in a microcosmic war, and it's of you against the Almighty, if you want to be biblical. So good luck to all of you. That's the bigger picture. I finally have my beginning, my middle, and then the end is you do dilly juice, or you will be washed away. That's the only two choices you have. There's nothing else. There's nothing freaking else. All right, bye.